Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Business Mindset with Shea Boss. I am your host, Angela Middleton from Assured Business Office Services, Shea Boss.
All right.
This is my first live vlog. We are so excited. I have my guest here. I have my temporary producer with me helping out. So we're just going to have a good time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. And let's get started. Let me introduce my co-host. I don't think I need to turn this down, yes? Okay, so let me get started with introducing my co-host. I have Tynika Cobbs from Youth Empowerment and Support Services. Yes. Welcome, Tynika.
Thank you. Hello, everybody.
So we're looking here. And then I have Silko Thomas from WSLQ iRadio. Welcome, Silko. Thank you so much. Today is the 4th of February, Thursday, 6 o'clock, which we will be here every Thursday, 6 o'clock. Tune in every Thursday. Today's topic is why now? New business ventures. So I chose these co-hosts with me today because I'm not only a new business owner, but so are they. So we wanted just to talk a little bit about how we got started, what we did, why we got started, so we can share information with you. You can call in, share information with us, and just have a great conversation and learn from one another. So, Tynika,
Yes, ma'am.
you just launched Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So first, why don't you tell us why? Why now?
I have had the vision for Yes for some years now, well over 20 years. I've always been a writer, so I'm one of those people that at night and in the wee hours of the morning when things come to me, that's when I do my thinking. That's when most of my life is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So I document a lot of things, and for years I've had the vision of doing some type of public service that would assist our community.
Okay.
And when I say our community, I don't mean just our community as African Americans. I believe community is where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever you are, I want to, extend our services to. And so during the past year, since we've all been subjected to restrictions with COVID-19,
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot more time in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so my thoughts were a little bit more clear, and I figured, it hit me. I've got time on my hands, and let me make some use of it.
Mm-hmm.
And things began to come to me, crystal clear, and I started putting things together, and I just received confirmation that it was time for me to step out.
Right.
The services that Yes offers are much needed within our community.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just ready to share them. And I felt like what better time than now when I'm under restrictions, but yet I have time to sit down, think, and listen.
So that was a benefit of COVID.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yes.
It slowed everything down.
Yes. The
Right.
one benefit.
Slowed
Yes.
you down and
Yes.
made you want to
Yes.
think, reflect,
Yes.
and then God put in your
Yes.
spirit, this is the time.
Yes, because
This is
we
the time.
all have gifts and talents.
Mhm.
And a lot of times when you work, I work a full-time job,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also involved in several other things. So I really didn't have the time. I didn't make the time really to sit down and just focus on one thing.
Mhm.
But when you're told that you have to be in the house
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
you can't travel or you shouldn't or
Right.
this and that, it just gave me so much more time to sit back and just reflect.
Okay.
And I felt like this is just an opportunity. And when you get an opportunity, especially to do something well,
Right.
something good that's going to benefit people,
Mm-hmm.
run with it.
Run with it.
And I knew it was time for me. I received several confirmations, and I knew at that time it was time for me to start.
Okay. So how about the name? Where did Youth Empowerment and Support Services, like where did you, how did that derive for you?
So again, wee hours in the morning,
Uh-huh.
usually between 1 and 5 a.m. All this stuff happens. So I'm thinking out loud, and I'm thinking I wanted a name that would reflect everything that Yes represents.
Okay.
I wanted a name that would be catchy, that people would automatically think of Yes when they heard this.
Mhm.
So based on the services that we provide, I kind of just like started thinking of names, and every time I thought of a name, I would list it. And then one night, I just started going over it. I looked at all the names, and I'm like saying them out loud and trying to make little words out of this, you know.
Yep. Yep.
And then one night, 7 months ago now, youth empowerment support services came out. And it really, when I wrote out the whole thing, I was like, this is kind of long, blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at the letters, YESS. So the wording itself is youth empowerment. We want to empower the youth. We start with children ages 5 and up. So it's youth. It's about youth. It's about empowerment. It's about support, because we all need it, youth and young adult, and services, which we want to provide. So that's where the name Yes came from.
So when you say youth, how youthy are you going? What's the age of youth?
Okay. Youth for Yes will start at age 5.
Okay.
And it will go up into young adulthood. And I haven't put really too much of a cap on the age. And I say that because different people, including myself, we experience different things. So we need different levels of support. We need different aspects of our lives lead us to different places. So with that being said, I'm not going to turn away someone if they're 18 or if they're 19 and they need extra support.
Right.
Because I needed support at
Absolutely.
at that age.
Right.
So
more than
right.
ever, right? Because we're going into adulthood and we
Right.
have no idea.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So in the age of 5, I started with such a low age because the way today's society is, everything that's going on, children are starting to experience things younger and younger and younger. And at this point, a 5-year-old can turn on the laptop, get on social media, do everything. So at that age, because they are vulnerable to taking in the negative, I feel like Yes could step in and pour in some positive when needed. So that's where the age group comes in.
Okay. So you had the idea in the middle of the night.
Always.
You derived your name in the middle of the night. Then what?
So actually, I have been really working harder at Yes with developing the business plan in the past year. Okay. Because I carried the vision, I always knew exactly what I wanted to do. However, I've always been very corporate minded, so I've never thought about like the ins and outs of having my own business. Okay. That was the intimidating part for me. And when I knew that it was time, I started to look for avenues that would educate me as far as the process of how to officially start a business.
Okay.
And as you know, sometimes we suffer from this thing called procrastination. So I drove my feet. I drove my feet a bit, and I just began to look at sources, and I believe, and this is just me firmly, I believe in prayer and direction for guidance and clarity. So I began to just pray that I would become exposed to the right people that would help me to be able to bring my vision to pass. So with that being said, I started looking around, and I would mention it every now and then I would get, okay, I can do this, I can help you. And sometimes our intentions are good, but not everybody is meant to do what you necessarily need them to do. Even though their intentions might be there, it just wasn't the time at that time. So to make a long story short, one time again, I couldn't sleep. It was about between 1 and 5. I was up looking at Facebook, and I saw a boss site.
Oh, okay.
Because Angela and I are personal friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I saw her post about starting businesses and things of that nature. And I was like, wait a minute. Angela has a business doing this? So I read it again. I read it again because now, again, I'm praying. I'm like, all right, I'll do this, God, if you just help me. Like, do that part that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And so when I began to read her ad, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna contact her just to see, you know, what this is all about. And when I made the phone call, you were just always nice, like you always are. Very approachable, but professional. So you were able to, you know, schedule me and just guide me through step by step. So that's how that was the first step I took to officially try to get Yes off the ground.
Wow.
So you seen Avon's advertisement on Facebook.com group Assured.
Put it out there to show
Assuredboss.com. And then you just took a leap of faith. And it's like, okay, I just need to get this done.
I was carrying the vision around for so long in my heart. And like I said, I researched and talked to a few people actually that had offered to help. But again, like I said, everybody's not assigned to do everything. And like, even though the intentions might have been there, for some reason it just never clicked to go in the direction it needed to go. And when, you know, I reached out to you, I prayed for confirmation and clarity. I'm like, okay, at least I can see. And from that point on, it's like it's been nonstop ever since.
Wow.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
So that is a great segue to what She a Boss is.
Yes.
What Assured Business Office Services is. Oh, I can't see any notes. So, much like Tynika, for Assured Business Office Services, I had no idea I was going to be a business owner. I did not vision it. I did not think it. I did not want it. I did not know what I wanted to do when I grew up. But I knew I wanted to do something with my next phase of life. Right. So, you know, you're an adolescent and then you become a young adult and start your family and then your family grows and they go away. So I was an empty nester.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
You know, and I'm like, okay,
what's next?
now what?
Now
what? Because I invested so much
We do.
of my life, much like mothers,
Yeah.
fathers,
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
We do.
especially mothers, right?
Yes.
We invest so much in our family that we tend to lose ourselves.
Yes.
And that's exactly what happened to me.
Yep.
I invested everything in my family. Whatever they did, I was in it.
Yes.
I was on it. I was in the board.
Yeah.
I was in the school.
Right.
I was director.
Right.
I was in everything.
Exactly.
And then he left me. He hates when I say that. But he went to greener pastures, went to college, went away.
Yeah.
I became an empty nester.
Right.
And then COVID.
Yeah.
What the heck? So I started praying. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I did my my phase where I just wanted to relax and stop because I was so busy. I was so invested with everything. I was physically and mentally exhausted. And I stopped everything. I stopped the school. I was being a director. I kind of laid off church activities. I just stopped being so busy. I just had to relax. So after my relaxation period, I was like, okay, I feel energized now. Now what? What am I supposed to do? So I asked, I was praying, what is my gift? What is my passion? I don't know what my passion is. Like, I always thought that a passion was an artist, a songstress, a painter, you know, something in the arts. I know how to cook. I know how to do something. And I was like, I do some of those things, but I don't have a passion
Right.
for it. You know, like I love to dance.
Yep,
I don't have a passion
Right.
for it. So I didn't know. I was really lost.
Right.
And I started praying one day, and God put on my heart, October 16th, you've already done what gift I've given you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, explain, please. I don't understand. And he says, all of the things that you were so busy in doing, you were doing for free. You loved doing it.
There you go.
It wasn't a job to you. You volunteered all the time because that's the gift that I imparted in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. So it's not about passion all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about gifts.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Right. And that's the
It's
thing.
about
isn't it?
gifts.
It's about gifts, right,
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
It's about not always what you want, what your passion is, but what it's imparted into you. What you're supposed to do,
Right.
Exactly.
not what you want to do.
Right. It's a difference.
It's a
It's a
difference.
huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah, and it's,
So a lot of people, move on passion
Right.
and not on their gift.
yeah, and sometimes passion can only take you so far.
Exactly.
The gift, God gives it.
Exactly.
It's there forever.
And that's everlasting.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's always going to do exactly what it was supposed to do
Right.
because he imparted that.
Exactly. Plus, the passion is a feeling. So that feeling might surpass, but the gift is always there. You might be passionate about the gift in the beginning, and then you kind of ease into it, and you're like, okay, I'm a little off, and then it might come back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And
Right.
haven't you heard? Well, I know I have heard a lot of times, especially from pastors, right? Like, I was anointed, I was gifted to do this, but I didn't want it.
Right.
Like, I don't want this
Exactly.
gift.
Exactly.
Why do I have to do this,
Right.
Lord?
Yeah.
So a gift is not always what we want,
Right.
but it's what we were supposed to do because
Right.
we do it so well. We just sometimes don't know.
I got another question for you, real quick.
Yeah.
Is a gift and a talent the same thing?
No,
Okay. Okay.
I don't think so.
I agree with you.
I don't think so.
So can you explain to me?
Because a talent, I think, is something that you can do.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, something that you can do, not that something that you are meant to do.
Gotcha.
You
Right?
can do it.
You
You
can.
can dance.
You
But
can.
And also, if I can, a talent you can practice
Mm-hmm.
and can become better at.
Gotcha.
A gift, I believe that a gift is given to you
Absolutely.
from God. So it's something that you can feed and it can grow,
Right.
but it's a gift.
It's natural.
You can
It's
can have the
natural.
talent of dancing and be able to teach me
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
But your gift is what you were given and it's what
It's
you do.
leadership.
So I can't do what Angela
Yeah.
is gifted to do
I gotcha.
because the way she does it is the way she does it. That's
Yeah.
her gift. That's my interpretation.
I got a follow-up question to that one.
Okay.
Can a gift and a talent be taken away?
I'm gonna say no.
I mean,
If God gifted it to
Right.
me,
Uh-huh.
why would He take my gift away?
I got you on that one. But if you don't use it,
Right?
Oh.
you know.
Because you can procrastinate
Uh-huh.
and lose what you're really supposed to be. You can have an assignment, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But He gives us free will and choice. God
Right.
gives us free will and choice, and because of that,
Uh-huh.
I believe that if you neglect to do what you're called to do and you're supposed to be doing, God in His infinite power has the ability to designate someone else, especially if it's for a specific time.
Yes.
So
And I say that because I look at Whitney Houston. She had a gift. Her singing was a gift, right?
Yes.
But it was momentarily taken away because she was abusing the gift. So that's why I asked the question.
Was it taken away? Was she
Subdued?
abusing it?
Abusing it.
I don't think it was taken away. She was abusing.
She was abusing it, but she couldn't access it when she wanted to. Like she'd get on the stage and she couldn't hit that note or whatever.
Because she was abusing it.
Right,
Yeah.
her actions.
Yeah.
Her actions
Yeah.
cost her.
So he didn't take it away, but he
No.
subdued it or whatever.
I don't think. This is just Angela talking. I don't think it was removed or subdued. I think you can be given something and you destroy it.
Okay.
Like it was a self-initiated destruction,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Just like a toy. You can give a child a
Exactly.
brand new toy
Uh-huh.
and they can use it, play with it, it can be fine.
Yeah.
But if they're malicious, they can tear it up and destroy it.
I got
They
you.
can't
And
use it.
it's
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was her gift.
Yeah.
You know,
And
from
you
God.
destroyed it.
Yeah. I didn't mean to take off on a tangent, but
No,
I
that's
just
okay.
want those questions answered.
But that's good. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
difference between a passion and a talent
Right.
and a gift, and that was
Yeah.
one of my questions.
Uh-huh.
You know, like we need to move not on our passion, not on our talent, but on our God-given gift,
Right. Exactly.
and not abuse it.
Exactly.
So that was perfect.
And that worked for me because I struggle sometimes and wonder, like, okay, I got a gift. I'm passionate about it sometimes, but sometimes I wake up some days I'm like, oh, I'm not really feeling it today. I got my party with a bunch of this and that and all that kind of stuff, and you kind of like take a break, you know, or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to
Right.
clarify.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes you don't even want to accept your gift.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people it's like, no, I don't want to be this.
Right.
I want to sing. I want to paint. I want to do something else. I don't want to be a stockbroker, but that's your gift.
Exactly.
Or being a leader.
Yeah.
Or being something like that. And I always thought that it was supposed to be some artistry that your gift is.
Yeah.
But God put on my heart, your gift is office management,
Yeah.
and business and
Yeah.
organization
Yeah.
and administration.
Yeah.
That's what you've always done.
Mhm.
And people seek you out. To,
Right.
hey, can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why not? So I was thinking, yeah, let's do that.
Right.
You know? Okay, I hear you. I hear
Right.
you, Lord.
Exactly.
So let's do that. And literally, October 16th, he put in my spirit, this is what you're supposed to do. And it was just a wave of
Right.
thoughts and ideas.
Wow.
I had my name. I had went online. I I registered myself.
Right.
I got my EIN number.
Yeah.
I came up with a name.
Uh-huh.
I had my phone number, my email address.
Yeah.
Everything within 72 hours because he just kept pouring into
Right.
me.
Right.
And it was just boom, 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 boom. It wasn't even hard to do.
Yeah.
And
That's
if I
what
may
it was
say,
meant.
without, I don't mean to cut you off, if I may say, just what the latter part of what you just said was what Yes needed. Because I work a full-time job. So
Mhm.
I'm not able to sit at work and write out plans for Yes,
Yeah.
and do things for Yes like I would. And not all the time. Well, I'm not able between 1 and 5 in the morning when I think about Yes or when I work on Yes to call somebody and say, hey, can you do this?
Right.
So a boss came in play for me, and it benefited Yes because I was able to communicate my vision and communicate the vision of Yes to you.
Mhm.
You were able to take that, help me develop a plan of action.
Yeah.
You took care of the EIN number, the filings, everything. Most of the legality issues, the concerns and questions that I had as far as what to file under, whether LLC, whether we talked about, and you covered all of that. You assist me with setting up the email account,
Wow.
the site, everything. So what a boss did for me was take away the footwork
Uh-huh.
of what I didn't have. I knew I had the vision,
Yeah.
and I had a lot of things going on in my head that I knew would benefit Yes, but the administrative part that a boss did was excellent.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Because those
Yeah.
are things that I really drug my feet on, and I was procrastinating. Not because I didn't want to, I just didn't have the time, and that wasn't my lane.
Right. And it
that's
can be overwhelming too. You know.
Yes.
Because when I started, that wasn't my plan.
Mm-hmm.
To start the establishments of business. My
Yeah.
plan was to be off to apply office support
Right.
to other businesses.
Oh, okay.
But once I started doing it myself, and I was like, okay, these are a lot of questions. This
Right.
is a lot of information.
Right.
This is a lot. So I just started writing up, being the knowledge manager that I am.
Yeah.
I was writing down my steps,
Right.
writing down what I did, how much it cost, and I was thinking, yeah, this could be beneficial to other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm like,
It is.
okay, let me start that.
Right.
But it was funny how it manifested because that wasn't the initial idea.
Right.
But it started building and growing
Mhm.
to something that I didn't even imagine.
Mhm.
So that was amazing. So I want to take a quick pause to thank my watchers here. Reverend Hickerson. Hey. Thank you so much for joining in, my good girlfriend Alicia.
Hey. All right now.
Thank you so much, people. I'm having a difficult time checking your chats, so I have some help here. Audrey Hightower, Adrian Hightower, hey girl,
Hey, represent Florida.
in.
Oh, that's
From
Florida.
Florida. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this is helpful. We're going to once we get to a certain point, I do want to talk to all of my co-hosts first to introduce everyone. We're going to open it up for calls and talk to some people in a moment once I talk to Mr. Silko Thomas, but let me finish with She a Boss first. So I started October 16th, and again, within 72 hours, I was established. I had everything. My website, my name, Assured Business Office Services. I asked you, where did your name derive from?
I was gonna ask you.
So my name history, I wanted an acronym. I wanted something catchy.
Right.
I wanted something. I'm all about acronyms, so I just wanted to have something short and simple that somebody can remember.
Right.
I even had a reference scripture, Proverbs, Proverbs 30. The noble woman.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was my scripture reference for my business. So it was, she is this, and she is that.
Yes.
She is wonderful.
Yes.
She's the helpmate.
Okay.
She is a stronghold.
Yeah.
She is everything for her family. She holds her husband, high in high esteem. And I was like, wow, she.
Yeah.
Hold up now.
Yeah.
She a boss.
She gonna be in there somewhere, right?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just came to me.
Right.
But assured, I wanted ABOS. So business office services was a must, right? And at first I was thinking of my initial A. Right?
Yeah.
So Angela Business Office Services. So I was like, I don't really want my name in it. So I wanted another A, right? So I was thinking of words, asked friends, and one of my friends came up, gave me a list of A words, and I was like, oh, this one, assured, guaranteed,
Oh, wow.
qualified.
It's the word that sticks out. That's how you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's it, assured.
And it
So
was-
I changed Angela to Assured Business Office Services.
Clever.
A boss.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then I took my scripture reference, all of the she's, and this made she a boss.
That's excellent.
Perfect.
So that's
Perfect.
my tag.
Yeah.
That's
Lovely. I like that.
Yeah. All in the name. All in the name.
It's all in the
All
name,
in the
right?
That's the first thing they hear. It's like, oh, what's that? And it's a conversational piece.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
Well,
you
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for asking.
And I'm pretty sure yep.
Thanks for
Just opens the
asking.
door up and say everything you want to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then the journey, right? I started advertising and on my Facebook and started getting clients right away.
Wow.
So that's when I knew
Yeah.
this was the gift that God gave me.
Yeah.
And every week since I want to say 2 weeks of October, the end of October, I was able to send an invoice every single week.
Excellent.
Wow.
Every single week. So I've been highly blessed and favored in this less than 120 day venture.
Excellent.
Wow.
October.
Excellent.
October
Wow.
2020.
Wow.
This is when I started.
Excellent.
So I started posting on my website. Again, I'm a born knowledge sharer. So as I was going through,
Yeah.
I'm putting things on my site. Hey, did you know? Did you know?
Yeah.
Hey, this is a resource. Blah blah blah. And I think, okay, I need to expand this.
Yeah.
Let me do it every week.
Uh-huh.
So I started planning. doing this video blog
Yeah.
every week. And I befriended Silko Thomas from Middleton Hall.
That's a lesson for a lot of us.
Exactly. That was, my place to go during COVID on Friday. So big ups to Chef Shelby.
And miss
Thank you
it
so much.
Yeah.
Jamarco Management, who I was introduced to because I was trying to pay for a free show. And
Pay for a free show.
Exactly. For my salt crew. That's the first time we went there. And so I befriended that little group and started going there every week and met Silko, met Akiva, met a couple of people. And again, I'm not gonna say everything because I need you to see the wonderfulness of this. But we started going to venues, and I mentioned to Silko, or Akiva mentioned to Silko about my services, and we started talking.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, well, this is what I'm doing. This is what I can offer you as a client. And it just went to the left. And he's like, you know what? I was talking to Keith about a show.
Right.
And I was like, I'm starting a show.
Right.
It was like, wow, look at God. Once again.
Won't you do it?
Look at God. Won't you do it? And I said, well, yeah, I'm starting my live broadcast. I want to do it every week. And he was like, well, I'm starting a internet radio show.
Yeah.
So that's a great segue, right?
Yeah.
To Silko Thomas.
Wow.
WSLQ internet radio.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you for having me here, on your first podcast show. I'm grateful to be here and all the good stuff. And I must say that I never thought I'd be like, putting a radio station together with different talents around the area and all that kind of stuff. But my story starts like back in 2000. And I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna go into a long-winded thing or whatever. But my and I said it's all in the name. Yeah. So my journey started back in 2000 when I got divorced. Okay. And I was getting my kids every other weekend. So I was doing video editing, and a friend of mine down in Newport News, Derek Davis, saw my work, and he said, "Look, my grandmother's turning 100 years old. Can you do a little short story about her life?" And so he gave me some pictures, and what I did was I married pictures with live action video, and we told this woman's story about how many presidents she saw through her lifetime, and all the things she's witnessed in her life to be 100 years old. And so I put that video together. They loved it. They loved it. They loved it. He was so enamored with me that he and his wife, we went to, I think, the computer store or something like that, and they bought me my first Apple laptop, $2,400. Wow. $2,400. He believed in me like that.
Wow.
And then he bought himself one, right? He bought himself one.
There we go.
And we started from that moment. He had his own company called Hampton Roads Entertainment, and I had Silko Productions. And it's all in the name. Because I said, okay, I got to have something catchy.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I said, my name is Silko Thomas. That's a unique name. My father gave it to me. That's another story. I'll tell you about that. But I said,
another show.
Another show. So Silko Thomas. I got to take some part of that name and put it in my business, whatever. I said, silk. I'm going to shorten it and say silk. Now, all the things I do come from the heart. Everything I do, even now, comes from the heart. And if I work on somebody's project, I gotta feel it. And when I give it to you, I feel like I did my job, and you're gonna be proud of it, whatever. So Silko Productions is how it all came about. Silko Productions. And so everything that I do now falls under the parent company of Silko Productions. WSLQ iRadio. Awesome. I mean, like I can't even begin to.
So why the radio station?
Why the radio station? Well, I went to school for communications. Okay. I majored in broadcasting and radio and all that. Okay. And we had a good friend from Bermuda, and his father was a professional, and he came up to the school, and he taught us the correct way how to do it, and and how to structure it and all that kind of stuff. So when I got, I think when I became a senior, I did an internship at a country music station. My country music was really my thing. I would have been like happy if I'd been on R&B station. Or something like that. But I got to the country music station, I learned so much. I was like, the structure, the reason why we're doing it, the target audience, what kind of message you want to get out there and all that kind of stuff, and the quality of your message. And I was like, so fascinated by that process. And then I learned to like country music. I think Lee Greenwood at the time was God Bless the USA. I fell in love with that song. So then, I graduated from college and I moved down to DC and I joined the federal government and did my thing for my 30 years, whatever. I went through my divorce process and I had kids every other weekend and I created Silko Productions. But make a long story short, I always loved to sing. And I said, I would love to have control over the concept to the completion. And my motto became, we finish what we started. And I never want to do like the procrastination thing.
Yeah.
My mother would always have us like up late at night, licking envelopes and stuff like that for her church events, whatever. And it was always at the last minute. I learned that I hate procrastination.
Undue stress.
Undue stress. So I learned to be on time and to be focused and just basically get it done or whatever. So now, that's a part of my DNA. To give you a finished product that you can be proud of, to be focused, to be I'm trying to think. I got so many thoughts.
Right. So while you're thinking, we're just gonna stay in the beautifuln's
Okay, all right.
of this radio
All right.
station. I'm just so excited to be here. WSLQ iRadio. Uh-oh, he's putting on the light. We're on the air.
Live
On the air. Okay. So can you explain? Like, I always wanted to know why W? Why all radio stations start with the W?
I really can't answer that question.
Okay.
I don't want to act like I know everything.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I don't know.
Because again, you are here because you just established this.
Exactly.
We're not even open.
Exactly.
Yet, right?
Exactly. We're still in the exploratory stage. We're in the infrastructure building stage. We're in a new frontier, new country. The internet radio is like, wow, it's offered to us on this level.
Yeah.
You got radio stations nationwide through the different cities, but now on our level, unique people like ourselves can get involved in this and have a voice, and we can hit a global audience. And so I decided that, I want to get with some good folks and get a message out there in these troubled times we live in. I mean, we could have, like, for instance, Chia Boss.
Yeah.
Man, why does it have to be just relegated to the DMV? Why can't somebody in London hear about it?
Thoughts exactly.
Right. Exactly. And that was a men. I mean, we got messages, and our voices need to be heard, and we have urban roundtables and stuff like that. The world according to Silk. So I was like, this is a great opportunity to do something like that.
Okay.
But you have to have the vision and willpower to do it, and some good people around you. And so at first it starts off like, are you serious? How are you gonna do that?
The
self-doubt.
Right, the self-doubt. But then you have to step out of faith and be like, God's gonna put the people on your path to make that thing happen.
That's trust.
And so that's trust, right? Exactly. And the thing was, this was kind of easy, right? I mean, it was a little bit easier because I built the cube. And, I said, if I can do that, I can do this. It's just another pathway, another avenue to go down. And I'll learn as I go along. Hopefully God will put those people on my pathway to give me the knowledge on what to do next. So just having faith.
So it sounds like we all went through pretty much similarities as far as to actually put to step out. The vision was there. We had thoughts about it. We wrote out our plans. We thought about it. We procrastinated.
I didn't write out a plan.
Oh yeah, we all do. That comes with the doubt.
You get the doubt. You procrastinate, and then with me, the procrastination also was tempered by a little bit of fear, because there's always the fear of the unknown, the what ifs. Well, what if this doesn't work, or what that doesn't work, and then the finances. Oh my God, it costs $1 zillion to start a business. All of those things are playing in your head when you have to when you know that something is meant for you to do and you have a passion and a gift for it. the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain.
Write the vision, make it plain.
And then the second thing, you have to step out. You have to step out on faith, because faith without works is dead.
Yep.
So I would say to step out, ask questions, inquire. Before you start asking, though, seek guidance from God. Speak to God about what you're going to do, because once His blessing is upon it, it's on from there.
Yeah.
Because He'll guide you and lead you to who you need to go to next to get the next step done. So, you know, anyone out there that is thinking about starting a business or has a project that you're working on, trust the process. Don't rush it. You know, seek guidance. Take out time to listen. Wait and listen. And really perfect. You know, perfect your skill, perfect what you do. And when you begin to seek resources, well, she a boss.
She a boss.
You know, that's for real. Like a boss was able to guide me through ABC. Even though, like I said, I had the vision, I had the concept together of what I wanted to do, and some of the services that I wanted, to be able to provide. However, it was the footwork. And when I contacted Angela, I mean, it was a boss was there from the beginning all the way to the end, and she's still there right now. So if you are having trouble getting off the ground, honestly, it would be worth an investment to at least set up a consultation. You can't go wrong with a consultation to see where it is. What else might I need to start my, you know, establishment? What do I need to do? I think a lot of us are intimidated sometimes because of cost. And we're afraid, but the best thing that I can tell you is there's nothing better than investing in yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You're not going to shortchange yourself.
It's if you're investing in yourself, and anything that's worth having, I mean, you have to be willing to make that investment. So a lot of the services, you know, inquire, get a consultation, and at least you'll have an idea of a starting point.
I'm gonna say something clever. She a boss. Say yes and have a silk heart.
That is awesome. I see you, David. Thank you for joining us. So we are going to open up for calls. If anyone wants to call and ask questions or offer some assistance, let's do it. Oh, did I miss? Oh, hey, Sharon Simmons. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I see you. That's my ministry leader. She just joined us. Thank you, Miss Hightower. I love it. Oh, phone numbers 301-638-5056. 301. Oh, I can type now. 301 638 750. Oops. 5056.
Call it now.
Call us if you want to talk. If you have questions about ABOS, yes, or WSLQ, or if you just want to share information about what your experience was as a new business, getting established, your hesitation, your journey, how you did it. Did you do something different than our 3 experiences? Call us, let us know. I can see comments. You can comment as well. And let's talk. Let's share.
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear
Was
from
this
you.
helpful?
Was it helpful? Thank you.
Let us
That's
know.
my co-host. I picked the right people. For sure.
Yes, yes.
301-638-5056.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
WSLQ.
Yeah.
When can we look forward to
because
live?
we are working on the DNA of the station and the infrastructure and all that kind of stuff and training behind the scenes, because everybody that's coming on board is not a radio host, and so you got to train them on how to work the board and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we're talking about we got our first caller. Okay.
Maria, let's see.
Remind them.
Hello, Maria. Welcome to Business Mindset with Shea Boss. remember to turn down your volume for us and listen to the phone and not the broadcast.
Okay.
So how can we help you? What do you want to share with us, or what questions do you have? You are live. You are live.
It should be at the top.
Your presentations about your business story. But I was inspired to call and just to tell my story and to get some encouragement and tips or what have you. But I have been at a job for 4 years, and the job has really affected my professional self-esteem.
Mm.
And for the whole time, and I'm thinking like, and I've been looking for a job and a lot of other things going on, and things but I've been there 4 years in the same position. But this has got me. So, job recently opened up. It's part-time, and I'm considering doing part-time because I feel a point where it's affecting my mental health, my physical health. I got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a meeting coming up this evening with a financial advisor, and I'm going to look at it from a financial viewpoint, and I'm praying on it. Sometimes it's hard about the decision, but I know where I'm at now. I can't.
So are you starting a business, Maria? Are you thinking about starting a business?
Thank you. Yes, I'm looking at to start the business.
Okay.
So, I've been in human services. Looked up like, I want to look into something, doing something else. But I recently started with the radio station, an internet radio station. So I'm doing some human service work with that. It's a startup.
Cool.
Okay.
So she may benefit from a consultation from it.
Getting their wisdom. And then just looking to see what else is out there, maybe some e-commerce, and but just bring up my mind and my spirit to receive something else out there.
That's how it started.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it always started. Like Tynika just said, getting that vision and figuring out what it is that you want to do and accepting your gift,
Right.
to just start. And that's a great starting point.
Right. And I got that start back with the radio station and start. I'm like, oh wow, I can do this. That self-esteem that I lost professionally.
Yeah.
I'm getting that hunger and that passion.
Mm-hmm.
And my job is this place, so I think I can take that leap.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that you received encouragement to take the leap based on our experiences. So thank you so much for calling, Maria. We really appreciate you.
Yes,
And we certainly wish you well on your endeavors. And again, if you need some help getting established, you can contact me, SheaBoss.com, SheaBoss.com. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That was nice.
That was great.
Very nice. Very nice.
And see, and just from this broadcast, you've encouraged her to start her radio show, what she was thinking, and that's the whole intent.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Yeah, let me call on
Reverend Hickerson. Hello, Reverend Hickerson. Thank you for calling Business Mindset with Shea Boss. Be reminded to turn your video volume down and talk into the phone. Hey, Reverend Hickerson.
Hi,
Hey,
Reverend.
How you doing? All right now.
What can we do for you? How can we share, or what do you have to impart for us?
I just want to commend the three of you all for using
Thank you.
the inherited talent.
Wow. Oh, man.
You all
Thank you.
Wow.
However, your spiritual gifts
Mhm.
is what made each one of you all take off like that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's what we were talking about.
Giving you both talent and gifts.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But let me just say this: talent is inherited.
Oh,
And the
wow.
spiritual gift is given to you from God.
There you
Okay.
go. You
Wow.
got it
Okay.
right.
Thank you so much for
Okay.
clearing that up. Yes.
So you asked the question,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Distinguishment, as I listened to you all in the very beginning,
Mhm. Mhm.
and know that a natural talent,
Mhm.
can be wasted
Yeah.
Oh,
if you
okay.
don't use it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got it right though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We got it right. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Reverend Hickerson.
Yes, thank you,
Thank
Sarah.
you so much for sharing. Thank you for calling and thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
CUBC up in the house.
Yes, Christian Unity Baptist
All right,
Church.
shut up.
Reverend Hudson.
Dr. Antoine Hutchins, Pastor CUBC in the house. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
I'll talk to you
Reverend
Sunday.
I'm getting off the phone, lady.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So we have a question actually on comments. Alicia Corbin, hey.
Hi,
Hello.
Alicia.
She has a question. Can you discuss the types of services Yes provides to the youth?
I sure can.
Okay.
Alicia, thank you for your question.
Alicia, I'm sorry.
Alicia.
Alicia.
I'm sorry, I think.
Please pronounce that.
Alicia.
Yes.
Yes provides mentoring services to at-risk youth.
Mhm.
We do mentoring. We do assistance with referrals to behavioral health and therapy and counseling in the event that a child or a young adult has experienced some trauma along the way.
Mhm.
The mentoring services that Yes provides are not clinical.
Okay.
We serve as just a support system for the youth. A lot of our youth are troubled. They're living in broken households. They've experienced trauma. One parent can be deceased or both parents. They're being raised by someone else. So sometimes that extra voice of support and reason to have someone to know that, hey, this is the person that I can go to, for support or just to chit chat with and just run some ideas by for guidance. So in addition to that, we do, like I said, the behavioral health referrals. We'll also be doing like group sessions with our young people. And right now we're practicing, social distance due to COVID.
Yes.
But as we begin to come out of the pandemic, we'll be able to do more in-person things with the youth. But the mentoring services, again, are offered. And we're just providing support, all around support. And like I said, if it's a clinical issue, we work with, we have a team of therapists and as well as I have a couple doctors on board that are available to receive referrals from young people that may need an extra step up from the mentoring. So if it's a clinical issue, they would have the mentoring from Yes, and then we would link them with a service provider to address concerns. They're willing to do family counseling, group counseling, however, but we have a multitude of services, and she can also feel free to go to the site, which we'll be talking about later.
Yeah, what's the site?
Okay.
How can we get in contact with you? How can Alicia and many others get in contact with Yes?
Okay. So the site right now is Yes, and that's YESS services. Yes. services.org. Okay. You can also email us at Youth Empowerment Support. It's spelled SPTSRV@gmail.com. Again, that's Youth Empowerment Support, SPTSRV@gmail.com. You can also call us 301-636-7010, 301-636-7010. And I also have a Facebook group for Yes.
Facebook group.
Established by us. And that is, let's see, how do I say that one? Youth.
Facebook.com/groups/ Youth Empowerment Support Services.
Yes.
What she said.
Yeah, so basically, in any of those areas, like I said, if you go to the site, you'll get plenty of information. It is still under construction. So if you have specific questions, please give me a call at the business number 301-636-7010.
But that's a good point that I want to mention really quick.
Mhm.
The holistic of your business isn't all the way established yet, right?
Correct.
But that doesn't or shouldn't stop you from just starting,
Right.
right? And
Right.
phase it out,
Right.
Like whatever you can do now,
That is definitely
do now,
Yes.
and then phase it to where you want
Mhm.
it to be. But don't wait
Right.
Right.
till everything
Mhm.
Is
is
complete.
together.
Because you'll
and
never
complete,
start.
Right.
Because you never start.
Never.
Exactly.
No, we definitely have other services that we will be expanding and offering in the very near future, some of which are featured on the site, some of which are not. But right now, the mentoring piece is where I wanted to start out, because right now I feel like we're our society is in a place where support is definitely needed.
Okay.
So in the event that a child or young adult signs up for services with Yes, they will have the mentor available. The mentor will also be able to make referrals again for the clinical part if necessary. And then on top of that, the mentor will also be able to provide additional resources, tutoring, things like that, tutoring, community engagement, community service, things like that. That's what Yes is about.
Great. I was so excited to get that call.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to support Yes. Just not by a client's perspective, but you're just doing such good work
Thank
in the community.
Does-
and I love that.
Does your church know about what you do? Your church?
Now they do.
Actually, they do not.
Now they do.
Okay.
She had her first meeting
Okay.
just the other day.
Yes.
Wow.
I have support from CUBC Men's Ministry. I actually just did a meeting with them on last week. And some of the brethren are interested in joining forces with Yes to provide some mentoring services to some of our young men.
Oh,
So
okay.
also, if you're interested in becoming a mentor, please shoot us an email. Go to the site, send put your message in the box, your name, contact information, leave me a message, and we'll get back with you as soon as possible, because we'll have some mentoring orientation coming up in the next couple of weeks where we'll just have some discussion, and I'll go over all the criteria and everything with you on how to sign on with Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tynika.
No problem.
So, Silko, we
Okay.
just have a couple of minutes before we have to end.
Yeah.
I want you to tell everyone how to contact Silk Productions.
All right. Silkheart Productions. You can
Silk Heart Productions.
we're at silkheart.com, silkheartproductions.com. You can reach me there. That's my main website. I'm on all over on Facebook. Silkheart Productions on Facebook. You can reach me at Silko Thomas on Facebook. You can reach me at Quarter Note Lounge Clubhouse on Facebook, and also WSLQ iRadio on Facebook. So there's a lot of platforms you can meet me on, and I'm also on Instagram.
And they should be able to also see information about us on Shea Boss.
Absolutely.
On Shea Boss.
If you go
Exactly.
to Shea Boss,
Thank
you'll
you.
be able to have
Yeah.
access to both of our other
Exactly. And
Absolutely.
the other thing I want to say real quick is that once we up and running and all that kind of stuff, I like to get my radio personalities to possibly mentor some of your youth or whatever.
No problem.
That's
Yeah, we're all
great.
for it. We're
Yes.
all for
So
it.
talking about your iRadio station, I think we stopped and when you were saying when would you possibly go live?
Okay, so I'm thinking about I'm giving myself a little buffer, but I'm saying like 60 to 90 days, whatever.
Okay.
So that's possibly around May, but it could be before that. But
It could
it's
be
just
before that.
yes, just enough to give us some buffer room to make sure that you don't want to announce a date and you can't reach that date or whatever. So
Right.
try to give ourselves some buffer room to do the training and all that kind of stuff. But
Excellent.
hey, in reality, I want to go right now.
Right. So with that being said, that's a great segue
Yeah.
because I can introduce, or would you like to introduce, being the CEO of WSLQ Radio? Like you have a host.
Yes, we have a
Right,
host
that's in the house.
in the house, right,
so,
right.
So we can maybe introduce
Okay.
that host.
Okay, this young man is a Renaissance man. And he's not only a Renaissance man, but he is my frat brother. And I love this guy like crazy. We're like-minded. I call him my twin. But his name is Akiva McLean. He's a playwright. I mean, he has so many different hats. He's like, that's why I said Renaissance man. He has so many different hats. But he has a show that we talked about in the development of it, and it's called Levels of Men. I'd like to bring them on set to say a few things.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome, welcome.
He's playing producer. I can help you. You want me to do it?
No.
He's playing producer as well. So welcome.
Real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Look, this is my show. We don't have to end at 7.
Okay.
No, we can keep going.
I was working behind the scenes, but they caught me off guard. But
Tell us
yes.
about you. What you do?
Actually, I'm going to be one of the radio personalities as well. WSLQ iRadio. I'm excited. Once again, we applaud what Silko is doing. I'm always joking with him, but I'm serious about saying, Silko, be prepared because a lot of people get ready to call you. Just like you had a pastor call in today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had another pastor call in when I did my show on Levels of Men. Is we getting the word out because in society, we need these, especially in Charles County. But not even just Charles County, because this man going global. You know?
Global.
I mean, he's working around the country as well. He's working behind the scene. I don't think he's asleep. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
You know, but he gave me the opportunity to host a show called Levels of Men. Reason why God gave me, just like God gave you your vision. God is all around this.
Yes.
I was working remotely from home, and all of a sudden I started getting this vision, Levels of Men. And we don't get a manual of how to be men in life. You know, we learn best from friends, uncles, cousins. Some of us didn't have a father, even sometimes from ladies.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally, we're supposed to learn how to be a man through God. So God gave me this creative way to talk to men without hitting them across the Bible, and it's talk about the levels that we go through in stages, how to become that mature man. And normally, when you find a man that is in the church and he done made mistakes, he done did all those different things that he learned from those mistakes and those experiences. Now he's at a level that he's mature. He's ready to have a family. He's ready to get married. He's taking care of his kids. He's at the high level. And I try to use my experience through the segment 4. When he has stages, he's talking about the personality thing. Same thing with men. We go through those levels until sometimes we get stuck on a certain level that we try to do too much. We try to come on, we try to start a business. We try to take on a love affair, relationship with a woman and everything. But we stuck on a certain level that we maybe we 45, but we acting like we 18 years old. So he's on a certain level that he's not ready for to go to the next level. So the master, before you go to that next level, you got to master that level.
Right.
And so that's the show, The Levels of Men.
We have hallelujah. We
Yeah.
have yes, sir. Regarding men, sir.
So I'm going to get back to work and get back to scene. Thank you
so
so much. Thank you so much.
McClan Enterprises, again, applying to pay us. So yes, we look forward to Levels of Men on WSLQ, iRadio. And you have another guest host in the house that we would like to introduce.
Yes, we have Miss Angela Nelson, who's also a radio personality, certain show here as well called Business Mindset, hosted by She Boss. She a Boss.
I have my own show, y'all. Yes.
We've got 2 other personalities in the house.
Once we, this is just the beginning. Like I said, during this video stream, I'm posturing myself to the next level.
The next level.
Being the radio show.
Yes.
Right? So the next level of WSLQ iRadio. So when Silko Productions is ready to go live, Mindset with Shea Boss will be on it, ready to go.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. And I want to thank your callers for calling in. Got 2 great callers.
Thank you
Thank
so
them for reaching out to
much.
us. Yes.
Thank you so much, Maria and Reverend Hill Pickerson.
Yes.
I wanted to read a comment as well. Alicia Corbin said, "Thank you for the detailed description of services. This is an excellent business model."
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
This
for
is the
inquiry.
reason for this show,
Yes.
right? So we're learning from each other. We're sharing ideas. We've gave inspiration
Yes.
to a business
Yes.
that they didn't think that they wanted to do. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We've provided a business model. They love the levels of men.
Yeah.
And if you want to do all of that, contact Shea Boss.
Uh-huh.
You know, and this is the whole point of why I started this.
Exactly.
So we can share with each other,
Mhm.
you know. And every Thursday I'm going to do the same thing. Next week, our topic will be going viral. And actually, you already met the co-host from next week. Silko Thomas will appear again because, again, he is many things. And I will leave it to that and let him expound on that next week when we talk here again at WSLQ iRadio. We're going to talk to Silko Thomas about his other ventures and how he had to go virtual in those respects.
Right.
And then we'll talk to Mr. Akiva McClam next week as well, because he owns McClam Enterprise Productions, and he's a stage play writer,
Yep.
And because of COVID, all of the theaters are shut down, right? You couldn't do what he's destined to do.
Yep.
So he had to pivot.
Yep.
Like all the rest of us had to pivot.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that next week on going virtual, how you pivot.
Cool.
So join us next week, Thursday, 6 o'clock, right here on Facebook Live. Thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you, everyone that's online. Thank you for giving your comments. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate it. A-Boss, yes, WSLQ, Silk Heart Productions.
Yep.
We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your support. Contact us if you need any services or if you have any questions, let us know. Everything I will post on my group, her group, his group. Everyone has groups. Everyone has websites. I'm going to share all of the information on my Assure Business Office Services page.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Any closing remarks?
No,
Tynika?
just inviting everybody to take advantage of the services available. Just sitting in this small room, there's a multitude of resources here.
Mhm.
If you're in the market to start a business, if you just want guidance on the process and how to get started, there she's a boss right here.
Yeah.
Yes, for children and young adults who need mentoring services, any type of assistance, behavioral health, things of that nature. Yes, is here. So we are soliciting volunteers for mentors, as well as we're gonna soon open up to take registration for mentorings to have mentees come in and be mentored. And then you have the radio station WSLQ here.
Any parting words, Mr. Thomas?
She a boss. Say yes.
I love this part.
And have a silk heart. Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Oh. Business mindset with Shea Boss. WSLQ iRadio.
Press the button.
Night night.